So Telltale's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 1 just dropped not too long ago. I just finished playing it. I wanted to do a quick little review for it, but I don't want to give a score until the whole season is out. I understand that stories have to kind of build up. And so I want to hold off on giving it a number until all 5 of them, or however many it is, come out. So I'm going to just talk about episode 1. I'm not going to put any major spoilers in it, so don't worry about that. So Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm like a lot of other people, I don't know that much about them. Back when the movie came out a couple years ago, I think that's how it kind of crept up on people, because nobody knew anything about the characters. It was like this huge risk that paid off. This motley crew of warriors coming together and fighting evil. And that's kind of what's conveyed in episode 1. It gave me a lot of vibes, kind of like the movie. All the characters are real likable. And the way they handle the story, which I don't want to really spoil at all I can say is that it had me entertained and it kind of hooked me in, almost in a way similar to Wolf Among Us episode 1, where you just wanted to know more about that world and more about the characters. So for that, if you was wondering, was the story any good, or is this something worth experiencing, I can already say from episode 1, yeah, definitely. You don't have to be a scholar on their lore to follow the story. You're able to follow it, like I say, just in the same way you was able to follow Wolf Among Us. With the technical side, this being a Telltale game, those issues are still there a little bit. It's not as extreme as some of the worst cases. Just a freeze up occasionally. Overall, the graphics are actually pretty good, except for the main character's face, Star-Lord. When he's just showing his human face, it's got to be the most generic. It's the most generic looking thing I've ever seen. And plus this Telltale art style, which is like everybody's getting the Walking Dead kind of graphical art style, kind of comes through in the human faces. But for the most part, especially since they got different species that are highlighted in this universe, most of the other things look good. Overall, I was satisfied with the look of the game, the aesthetics of it. There's a lot of jokes to be found in the game. Like I say, the characters are real endearing. And as far as how it plays, if you ever played a Telltale game, it's pretty much the same way. It's really about you affecting the story choices, but there are some adventuring bits where you have to look around the environment and solve maybe a simple puzzle. In this game, you're actually able to kind of move up. Star-Lord has kind of rocket boots you can use to go up an environment that just kind of adds to the interactive nature. It makes it feel more like a proper game for that universe rather than just a Telltale version of it. The action scenes are pretty good. Like I say, they're not as involved as Wolf Among Us, where I think that was Telltale doing the best with action scenes. But this still gets the job done in a good way. I came away really satisfied, really surprised at where the story went with this game. And if you want to get it, it's like $5. I highly recommend it. It was enough for me to be like, hey, when the next episode come out, I'll put down the money. I hope you pick it up. And, I gotta give Telltale a lot of credit, because these guys know how to take a series or take a property and put their own spin on it. And that's something that I like too, If you try to do things within established lore, The story is predictable, but they take this property and they take it to places where I didn't think they would. I'm hoping they stick with the choices that they made. I'm completely on board. It makes me want to go watch the cartoon or read the comic, and that's something I haven't felt from one of these since The Wolf Among Us. So while I'm not going to give it a score, I'm going to definitely give it a recommendation. I hope you check it out, and until next time, peace.